What is up, everybody? We're back. So quick, right? I was 3 minutes late. I can never manage to be on time. But nonetheless, welcome to another Sixers pregame live. Obviously, we got the Charlotte Hornets tonight on the slate. Sixers are in Charlotte for this one. Yes, let's go Sixers. Don't know why that didn't pop up immediately there. Let's go Sixers. And then, yeah, shout out for being here, D-Rab. I appreciate you hopping over, man. You ready? Love to hear it. Love to hear it. But nonetheless, welcome to the show. If you're not already, subscribe to DSM Media. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn the notifications on. Ring the bell. That's a Philly reference if you didn't know. But nonetheless, ring the bell. Turn the notifications on. Let you know every single time DSM Media goes live. And of course, if you're not already following me on social media platforms, you can find me at Scotty Drown. As you can see, I'm not with my co-host tonight, Dylan Davis, but nonetheless, we still got a pregame show to hit you guys with, get you guys all set for the Charlotte Hornets tonight. First things first, gotta always do the housekeeping, the house cleaning, whatever the hell that you want to call it. I want to go ahead, shout out our sponsors over at Gents Barber Lounge. DSM Media is brought to you by Gents Barber Lounge. Check out one of the two great locations in Fishtown and Old City and book your appointment today. Gents owns the craft, and it shows, rated the #1 barbershop on Yelp in the Philadelphia area. Multiple award-winning barbers and being able to handle any kind of cut, adult or kid. Here's a look at some of Gents' work. All right, perfect. So shout out to Gents Barber Lounge. Be sure to check out gentsbarberlounge.com and book your appointment in Fishtown or Old City today. I also want to shout out our sponsors over at luxodin.com. Be sure, check out luxodin.com. Use code DSM at checkout for 25% off and free shipping. We got some of the best. Just saw a comment here. They had some of the best jewelry online that you can find. I've bought in pieces myself. Be sure to use code DSM at checkout. Get 25% off and free shipping at luxodin.com. Who else drinking booze and watching? I hope everybody's drinking booze and watching. I hope everybody's drinking booze, getting ready for Thanksgiving. Get your tummy right. And then you got to start drinking for the World Cup right next morning, right? You got to get the hair of the dog so you're not all hungover on Thanksgiving Day. Make sure you enjoy that food out there, guys. Happy holidays, by the way. I know I'm moving through so speedy. I've been drinking this Starbucks pre-made espresso iced coffee thing, and it gets me wired, and that's why I'm here. I'm talking so fast. I'm moving around and shit, but that's how I come to you guys with the content nonetheless, so here we are. Before we get into tonight's game, we'll preview everything, right? Keys to victory, goal of the game, predictions, player of the game, and I'll also finish off the show with the best bet. We will make this quick because I want to get the best bet to you guys with time to actually place it if you want to. So we will end up here around 650 or so, just so you guys can go ahead and lay that, and I can make my way to the actual game here. We're going to keep things simple here tonight. Obviously, we're going into the holidays. We got a beat-up Sixers team. I think we keep things a little simple here tonight. As far as keys to victory, players of the game, what exactly the Sixers got to do to win this game tonight in Charlotte. Nonetheless, let's talk about last night. And Warren's, I got a couple of my buddies here in the comments. Warren's is one of them. If you're not here, if you're not watching, somebody let Warren's know we got to talk about the Brooklyn Nets very soon. He came on our show last night, pregame show, said that Ben Simmons is going to drop a triple-double. Now, he didn't guarantee a win, so fair enough. But how you lose this game to the Philadelphia 76ers when they don't have not only Joel Embiid, the best player in Philadelphia right now, Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Tyrese Maxey. And not only do we not have them, but there's some extra motivation in this game, right? This is Ben Simmons' revenge game. The Ben Simmons revenge game. His return to Philadelphia. Everybody was hyping it up yesterday, and I'm glad y'all did so we could get some eyes on it because otherwise people probably wouldn't watch with no stars on the Sixers side. But nonetheless, Sixers came out, laid that wood to the Brooklyn Nets without their 3 stars. 115-106 at home in Philly. Ben Simmons in this game, 11 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. So, Warrens, you weren't far off with the triple-double prediction. But it is one of those 11-point triple-double. Like, is that even a real triple-double? It wasn't a triple-double. Is that a real double-double, I guess you could say. But nonetheless, that's a solid game for Ben Simmons this season. I'm not going to take anything away from him here. I will say he was acting like a little bitch. He was acting like a little bitch during the game, crying, putting signals up to the crowd and stuff. Dude, come on. You're playing against the undermanned Sixers, and you got shit to say to the crowd. And then after the game, he has the nerve to say, oh, I thought they would boo a lot louder than that. One, Ben, you gave us some free chicken nuggets because you missed 2 free throws in the second half. So why would we boo you? Why would we boo you if you're feeding us free food from Chick-fil-A? You are still giving back to the city of Philadelphia, my brother. 2, why would we go in there and go ham with an undermanned Sixers team that we don't know if they can back up exactly what we're going ham about? Just wait until Embiid and Harden and Maxi's back. Just wait until Embiid is back and the Nets come to Philly. You'll see the real reaction of Philly to Ben Simmons returning. So say what you want, Ben, whatever. If that's a positive for you. And look, you can even look at it this way. Ben Simmons is basically criticizing, once again, he could never look in the mirror. He's criticizing the Philadelphia fans for their effort in the game and their production in the game, right? Booing. It wasn't loud enough for him. Y'all lost. Y'all lost the game. So I'm a little underwhelmed by your performance. You're underwhelmed by our performance. I'm underwhelmed by yours. We meet in the middle, except you're a loser. So that's the only thing. And that's where I'll leave the Ben Simmons talk. You move on from Ben Simmons. You also had KD in the game, healthy, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Seems like if KD doesn't have somebody on the other side of him like Joel Embiid, that he just really can't get up or something, because he did not look like he was into that game. You had George Niang talking shit to KD, getting in KD's face saying shit after he makes shots over him. Mind you, that's a great point. My man George Niang took KD to the rack at least 3 times in that game and finished over him. George Niang, the minivan, taking KD to the rack and finishing over him. That's facts. That's facts. Ben Simmons does suck as a person and as a basketball player. Along with the 20-point night for KD came the end of his 25-plus point streak of scoring points. He was headed for the Rick Barry record to start the season with 25-plus. I think he was at 12 or maybe it was actually 17 straight games that he has had 25-plus points to start the season. Nonetheless, that is over. You're not getting Rick Barry's record. Why? Because you came into Philly and you had to play the 76ers. Looking at Kyrie, it's his second game back from his return from his suspension. 23 points for Kyrie, 10 for 18 from the field, 2 for 8 from the three-point line. He's just not shooting the ball well right now from the three-point line. I imagine that will change as he starts to find his groove. But nonetheless, that's a solid game for Kyrie, second game back. Look across the board. Nick Claxton got off to a hell of a start, but only finished with 12 and 4, 6 for 7 from the field. I swear he probably had like 12 points in the first quarter, quite honestly. You look at Royce O'Neal, he had 11 points. And then after that, the next best player, Seth Curry, he had a little bit of a revenge game at the beginning, and then once again towards the end, he kind of fell out of the scene. But he had 14 points, 2 for 6 from the three-point line. Let's go over to the Sixers side because this is where it gets interesting. And you can even look at the entire team stats. And what I want to say about this Brooklyn team is, how do you get out rebounded by the Philadelphia 76ers? The Philadelphia 76ers are a bottom 5 rebounding unit in the NBA. Maybe the Nets are too. I mean, my God. Sixers are one of the shortest lineups in the NBA. How do you give up a 14-point differential in rebounding to the Sixers, a team that struggles mightily rebounding, and they don't have their best rebounder in Joel Embiid? Talk to me. 49-35 out-rebounded by the 76ers. Offensive rebounds, 20 offensive rebounds for the Sixers, 4 for the Brooklyn Nets. That goes to show you just what type of effort the Brooklyn Nets are playing with. I get it. Sixers maybe they're just a better rebounded team. Sure. 20-4 on the offensive glass. That's effort. They didn't come out with effort last night. They thought they could come into Philly and just roll over the Sixers, and it didn't happen. Looking across the Sixers stat sheet, you had Tobias Harris. Excellent second half in this game. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 for 21 from the field. It's funny because this man went out maybe in the third. It was probably midway through the third quarter. Is rolling on the ground after he missed a layup, rolling on the ground, grabbing at his ankle, throbbing in pain, right? Screaming out. Had to go straight back to the locker room. He said he went back there, meditated, because this man came out and just went the hell off in the fourth quarter, man. Went the hell off. He had at least 16 points in that stretch after he came back from the injury. It actually might have been more than that, 6. He ended with 24. So 18 points after he goes into the locker room from that injury and ultimately comes back out and looks like a completely new player. What I'll tell you guys, I think that Tobias Harris didn't roll his ankle on that play. I think that Tobias Harris missed a layup. The boos were about to start coming out. And I think Tobias Harris made his way back to the locker room to get his mind right, get himself in the right headspace to go out here and finish plays and do what he's supposed to as the next man up for the Sixers. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Shake Milton in this game, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Shake is quietly doing his thing right now, quietly earning a legitimate role in this rotation, even when we get our guards back in Maxey and Harden. But nonetheless, Shake in this game, he was pretty incredible. And our best bet hit from last night, 2+ threes for Shake Milton. Nonetheless, he was 2 for 3 from the three-point line. DeAnthony Melton. We talked about the odds for DeAnthony Melton threes last night, and I just thought they were ridiculous because you had 4+ threes for Anthony Melton, and it was in the negative. This man hit 6 threes. He went 6 for 11 from the three-point line. Vegas knows best. I ain't going to argue with it no more. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 for 11 from the three-point line for DeAnthony Melton. 24-year-old guard, man. Take the ceiling off his potential real quick. Take the ceiling off. He's 24, going on 25. We need to get him extended, get some years on this man. We need him in Philly for long term because he's a nice quality piece, and he's still relatively young. Looking at the next best guys, shout out to Paul Reed. He was out there getting called Patrick Reed by Candace Parker. You need to stop, Candace. Research the lineup. Research the names before you hop on a national broadcast and call my man Paul Reed out a name. He's out the mud. You want to say anything about Paul Reed? You want to call him out his name? Call him out the mud because that's what he is. 19 points, 10 rebounds in this game, 7 for 9 from the field. Paul Reed balled out in this one, 31 minutes. Actually got the nod over Montrezl Harrell in the second half. Surprise. Last person I'll mention on this list, we had George Niang. He was 6 for 11 from the field. I mentioned he was talking hella shit to KD, getting in his head, getting him flustered. But nonetheless, 6 for 11 from the field, 4 for 5 from the three-point line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in the game, 16 points. George Niang had a hell of a game last night as well. And he's had a hell of a month, quite honestly. He's been balling out this month. But nonetheless, guys, did I expect him to go out and get this dub? No. Me and Dylan both of us picked him to lose that game last night. Maybe we were being modest. I had this little gut feeling in me that maybe, just maybe we could, but not enough for me to send it live on air. But nonetheless, this is impressive. So when we go and we look at tonight, right? It's the second game of a back-to-back. Sixers are now above 500. Thank God. Back end of a back-to-back. And you're taking on the Charlotte Hornets. No LaMelo Ball. So that's a big thing for me. No LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is a star, right? He's a guy that can kind of change games. No LaMelo Ball kind of evens the playing field for me tonight. which leads me to believe that the Sixers have a solid chance at this. They're only 4-point underdog coming into this game. But I think the Sixers have a solid chance at this game. What I want to look for in this game tonight is ultimately, was last night a mirage of energy that was constructed simply because it was the Brooklyn Nets, Ben Simmons coming into the building? It's your first game without Embiid. Obviously, you didn't have Maxey and Harden in the game before that, but it's your first game without Embiid, Harden, and Maxey. Is it just because Brooklyn Nets and Ben Simmons came in the building last night that they play with that type of energy, that type of focus, able to shoot 50% from the three-point line, able to get guys into double figures that haven't been in double figures all season? Maybe. That's what I'm looking to see tonight, because this team that you play tonight does not compare to Brooklyn in a sense of star power, scoring ability, and overall makeup of a team, right? You look at Brooklyn on paper versus Philly on paper last night, Brooklyn's by far the better team. That's not the case tonight when you have no LaMelo Ball in that Charlotte Hornets lineup. You have a Charlotte Hornets team 4-14 on the season. I think the Sixers team from last night could start the season 4-14, quite honestly. All that takes is getting hot from the three-point line. That leads me into my keys to victory tonight, right? You look at this game, you look at what it took for the Sixers to win last night. It took effort, it took defense, it took focus, and it took guys stepping up, hitting big shots, and ultimately it took Tobias to close the game. We need a lot of similar action tonight. Do I think D'Anthony Melton's going to hit 6 threes again? I wouldn't put money on it. I mean, maybe if this guy's really just on fire right now, I wouldn't put money on that on the road, right? On the tail end of a back-to-back. Is Tobias going to come out and explode with 18 points in the second half in this game? I don't know that for sure. I can't predict that and put my money on that, right? That's what we're looking for tonight. Once again, who is going to step up to the plate for the Sixers? Keys to victory. We need another guy in the room to step up and take the lead tonight. Last night, guys did it at different spurts throughout the game. Towards the beginning of the game, a lot of D'Anthony Melton. He hit some tough shots to keep us in the game at first. George Niang comes in with the fire off the bench to kind of keep us in the game throughout the middle. You had a little bit of a burst from Paul Reed getting in there, getting some hustle plays, getting us going in the second quarter. And then in the second half, you finish it off with a little bit of Tobias, well, a lot of Tobias Harris, I should say, and a little bit of Shake Milton. So these guys were passing the torch around all night last night, and they're going to have to do something similar tonight. I think the key for this Sixers team to stay competitive in games is literally just do that. At the beginning of games, you can't have the other team come out and get to a 10, 15-point lead, because I'm not sure that this Sixers team has the scoring ability that can get you back into a game. But they do have the defensive moxie to keep themselves in a game. They do have the hustle with these players that are left that will keep themselves in the game. So I want to see who's going to step up for the Sixers. Somebody has to do it. It has to be multiple guys once again tonight, and so on and so forth until Embiid does get back. We need somebody to step up as a leader tonight. That's my first key to victory. Second key to victory. Effort. Same thing as last night. Effort. Getting on the ball for loose ball, getting on the ground for loose balls. Hitting the backboards as hard as you can. Paul Reed, go in there and clean those boards up. Montrezl Harrell needs to join in on the fun. D'Anthony Melton can get in there and get on the boards. PJ Tucker gets on the offensive glass. Get in there, bring the effort. That's where we start with this type of roster. That's where you start with any team, let's be honest. But when you're down Embiid, Harden, and Maxey, it starts with effort. You need maximum effort out of all of these guys. Every single player that comes in on the court tonight for the Sixers has to go out there and play with maximum effort. You are exactly right, D-Rab. Heart and hustle. That's what it's all about. Effort, heart, and hustle. Focus. Get on the floor. Grab the loose balls. Do the dirty work that other team that thinks they have the advantage over you is not willing to do. Go out here and get this dub. My last and final key to victory here, you got to shoot the ball well. They got to be hot to win. It's as simple as that. Whether it's Niang, Daniel House, Shake Milton, DeAnthony Melton, down the line, Korkmaz even, right? Whoever it is, somebody's got to get hot tonight. Somebody's got to have a hot hand from the three-point line. They have to shoot the three ball incredibly well in order to score enough points to win. It's as simple as that. You have to shoot the ball well. That goes along with resting, getting the proper rest from last night to tonight, but then also goes along with focus, getting your mind right going into this game. Leadership, first key to victory. Who's going to step up? It needs to be multiple guys. Effort, heart and hustle, as my man D-Rab said. Heart and hustle, effort. Second key to victory. It starts there for any team. That Philadelphia underdog, man, right there, man. Right there. You get it, man. Heart and hustle. That's where it starts every single night, but especially with a unit like this. And finally, we got to shoot the ball lights out. You got to be locked in and ready to go. You got to be fresh, ready to go tonight and ready to shoot that three ball and willing to shoot it. Shake, I don't like that he only took 2 threes in that game. We need more threes. We need more 3 attempts when you have no Embiid, nobody in the paint to dominate, no James Harden to dominate the ball, no Tyrese Maxey to drive in the lane, right? You have to be willing to let it fly. It's the only way this team is going to win right now, down these players. Oh, Rocket getting going. He must be ready for the Sixers game. We're about 10 minutes away. Nonetheless, perfect. We're 10 minutes away. This is the perfect time for me to get into best bets, goal of the game, player of the game, and predictions, of course. Goal of the game tonight. This one's simple, man. Tobias, do it again. Do it again. Do it again, my man. For me, do it again, bro. Do it again, Toby. Go out there and lead this undermanned Sixers unit. You are the 4th star, Toby. You are. You're one of the highest paid players in the NBA. I don't care about that. You're the 4th star on this team. You're the next man up. It's your turn again. 24 points last night. I want 25 to 30 tonight. I know that might be asking a lot. Just give me 20. 25 to 30, you're going to blow my fucking mind. But I want to see Tobias do it again. Be consistent. Prove that wasn't just a fluke game last night. Do it again. If there's one thing that should be consistent from last night to tonight, it should be Tobias Harris. It shouldn't be DeAnthony Melton hitting 6 threes. It shouldn't be Paul Reed getting a double-double. It should be Tobias Harris leading this team, especially in crunch time. So I need Tobias Harris to do it again. Goal of the game, go out there and lead this team. Be the best player on the floor tonight, Tobias Harris. That is the goal of the game for this Sixers team and Tobias Harris tonight. Player of the game. Guess who? Tobias Harris. He's the guy that's left. He's the next man up. You know what else? I want it in the first half. I want you to start the game aggressive, locked in, focused. Don't give me you need to go in at halftime and meditate, or you need a break, go in the locker room and meditate. No, meditate before the game. Let's start the game hot, start the game locked in, focused, and get your team going. Be the catalyst. And then down the stretch, be the catalyst if they need you to, Tobias. That's my player of the game tonight. Tobias Harris is going to finish with 20-plus again. 8 rebounds, 3 assists tonight. I'm looking for 2 threes for Tobias as well. You need to not be so shy from the three-point line. Let it fly once again. Let it fly. Tobias Harris is my player of the game. Goal of the game, Tobias, do it again. Predictions for the actual game here. I'm going with the Sixers. You can probably tell by the way this show is going. They got me believing in this unit. How did they do that? Maybe it was a mirage. Maybe it was fluke last night. And we'll find out tonight. Because this Hornets team isn't good. They're not good. Not a good team. They're 4-14. There's no LaMelo Ball. No LaMelo Ball walking through that door. I got the Sixers winning. They're a 4-point underdog on the road. I get it. They're down to all their players. I get it. I'm going with the Sixers tonight. I think DeAnthony Melton. I think Shake Milton. I think George Niang. I think Tobias Harris. I think Paul Reed. I think they all show up again tonight because they want to be in that rotation full time. DeAnthony Melton is. George Niang is. I get that. Tobias is. Shake Milton, Paul Reed. These guys, Kork Maz, these guys are trying to earn a permanent spot in the rotation. Daniel House wants more minutes, right? Montrezl Harrell wants more minutes, I'm sure. You got to go out there and earn them right now when you're given the opportunity. Best bet tonight. I was gonna go back to the Shake Milton well. I was gonna go back. He did me right last night, and personally I did go back. So if you want to follow that one too, I smashed Shake 2+3s again. It's at +100 on FanDuel. I love it. I think Shake comes out and shoots more threes tonight. I think he has a better chance of hitting 3 threes tonight again. But nonetheless, I love Shake 2+3s tonight at +100. That's not my best bet tonight, guys. My best bet of the night is just what I gave to you. Sixers money line. Sixers money line. They're getting the dub tonight on the road. They're going to improve to 10-8. And that's the best bet. They're sitting at +148 right now. Underdog. They shouldn't be, though. They shouldn't be slept on, especially after last night. But we will see, man. We will see. I'm guaranteeing a win tonight. Will I have to eat my words next time we hop on here? Maybe, but we'll be sure to revisit it, guys. Best bet of the night if you want to go lay it. If you don't, screw it. Just enjoy the game, root for the Sixers, and hope for the best. I smashed Sixers money line as the best bet of the night because I'm feeling froggy. I also got some insurance. Shake gonna hit 2 threes. That's my best bet for tonight. My best bet NBA-wise, if you didn't catch Scotty Talks NBA, I'm going with the underdogs in Sacramento. And, I guess the Sacramento Kings are in Atlanta. So I'm going with the Sacramento Kings in Atlanta underdog. And I'm parlaying that with the Indiana Pacers at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves money line. Comes out to +417. That's my best bet across the NBA board tonight. And then one parlay I got for you guys comes out to +200. Shake Milton, 10+ points. Tobias Harris, 15+ points. DeAnthony Melton, 15+ points. DeAnthony Melton, 4+ assists. And Tobias Harris, 4+ rebounds. Comes out to +200. That's one of my fun parlays tonight. And then, of course, best bet of the night, once again, reiterating, smash that Sixers money line. Guys, that is all that I have for you for this Sixers pregame show. I hope you guys enjoyed the solo show. It won't always be like this. I'll usually have at least Phil, Dylan, somebody with me here to get you guys prepared for the slate. But nonetheless, guys, go Sixers tonight. Let's get to 10-8. Let's drive up this confidence, man, the confidence of these guys. Let's get it going again tonight on the road in Charlotte, 4-14, Charlotte Hornets team. Smash that Sixers money line. I got the Sixers winning tonight. I got Tobias Harris as the player of the game. Goal of the game, Tobias. Do it again. Let's go get this W tonight, guys. Be sure, if you're not already subscribed to DSM Media, hit that subscribe button. Turn the notifications on. Ring the goddamn bell so you're notified every single time DSM Media goes live. And, of course, like and comment on the video in order to help us grow, help our engagement, but also get involved in the shows. That's the point of all this. We're talking with you guys. Even if you're not on the screen to talk to us, we love to see you in the comments. But nonetheless, yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Obviously, my friends in the comments here, everybody that tunes in to DSM Media, whatever show it is, we love all of you. Sending blessings, happiness, and happy holidays to all of you and your families, all of your friends, and all of your puppies, all your kitties, all your animals, your entire family. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, guys, and enjoy the weekend. We will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to get you ready for the Thanksgiving slate with NFL Turf Talk. There will be no Scotty Talks Sixers on Saturday. Obviously, with the holiday weekend, I got a bunch of friends coming up. We're going to the Eagles Packers game, so I'm going to be really busy this weekend. No Scotty Talk Sixers on Saturday, no NFL Turf Talk on Sunday, but we will have Eagles pregame show. Guys, have a great night. Go Sixers. Happy Thanksgiving. That is going to be it for this episode of Sixers Pregame Live. Have a very good evening.